Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at a scenery enhancement for Xplane 12 that doesn't just upgrade one airport, but improves all default airports across the entire simulator. This is the Airport Enhancement Package version 2 by X-Codr Designs. Today, we are here at Los Angeles International Airport, and we are running all default scenery with the exception of this Airport Enhancement Package. And what you will see is a complete transformation in the quality of all of your default airports in Xplane 12. And for a small price of $22.95 USD, you can completely transform your sim's visuals. In this video, we're going to break down what it adds, how it looks in different areas within the airport, and whether it's actually worth adding to your sim. Let's get into it. Alright guys, welcome into the review video. We are sitting here at the X-Codr Designs website, and I couldn't think of a better spot to start this review video at because this is going to be the best place for me to showcase not only where you pick up this amazing scenery enhancement, but also the way that they display all of the changes from the default scenery in Xplane 12 over to what this scenery enhancement represents and adds in is absolutely phenomenal. So what we're going to do is we're going to scroll on down. And they have this like handy little tool here where you can see the new versus the old. And you can immediately see here at the first picture that we're looking at the difference that the scenery enhancement will make. And I highly encourage you to go to the X-Codr Designs website and check this out for yourself. You can take this scroll wheel here and just go back and forth, and you can completely see the transformation that this scenery enhancement does to your sim. So as we just kind of scroll through here, you're going to see the level of detail that it's going to implement. Not only is it going to add those oil spills and the dirt and the grime, but it's also going to add objects. You see here the chocks that are now laying here on the tarmac itself. It's going to be just constantly adding in more and more scenery for you to enjoy while you are sitting at the airport. This is kind of an overview shot here. You can kind of see the runways, taxiways, and you just kind of see the level of detail that the scenery enhancement increases on. The runways obviously are always a big thing. We spend obviously a lot of time focusing on the runways coming in, and we love to see all of those tire marks. And this is going to really increase that immersion as you're coming into these airports. And then of course you love to see that same thing on the taxiways. And so this is really phenomenal. We're looking at LAX right here. And then as I click over to the next screen, you're going to see how it adds more textures here to the pavement. It's going to add an airport vehicle that otherwise would not be in the sim. Here you see they're gone. Now they're back. A gas can just sitting there. Just again, it's going to add so much more detail to your sim. Here the snow. Now this does work with the XA Snow plugin, which is absolutely fantastic because a lot of people are going to wonder, is this going to override that, or is there going to be a contradiction? They actually do mention here on their website that it does play nicely with the XA Snow plugin. And earlier, I guess it would have been last year already, I did an XA Snow plugin review video, and so you can go ahead and check that out on the channel. But you're going to see here that it's going to add so much more to your ground textures with the snow. And it's just really cool to see how you can see the pathing of the planes all the way to the gates and to the gates themselves. So really phenomenal. As we continue on here, more snow textures, and you can just see the level of detail that it adds to your airport. Again, just clicking through at the actual gate itself, look at what it does here to your line here. It just completely transforms the lead-in line to your gate. It's going to add all that dirt, grime, oil spill. It's also going to add in the gate number here on the ground, and it's just going to, again, really enhance your overall experience. And then here with your taxi signs, again, you're going to see high level of detail here, bigger reflections. I have an actual picture that I'll show here later in the video, but on the side of the taxi sign itself, there's even a little detail writing on there, which again, you're not going to notice when you are taxiing in your aircraft, but just the fact that they even went as far as adding in the little like detail there is really showing you how much detail they looked at into adding into this sim. So again, another picture here of the gate area. You can just see all of the dirt, grime, everything that they've added, and just it completely transforms your sim. The coolest thing about this entire program is that this is not just for one airport. This is not just for 2 airports. This is for every single airport in your Xplane 12. It's going to take that default airport scenery and transform it and make every single default scenery look like it's a payware airport. Now, some of you may be asking, what about my payware airports? How is it going to work with that? It all depends on the developer of that scenery. So for example, if you have a scenery that is working with X-Codr designs, so example X-Codr Denver, this will work alongside of it. If you are working with a scenery that is a third party that is not working with it, your old scenery will overwrite this. So it just kind of depends. But me personally, I only have like 2 or 3 custom sceneries, and now that I have this, I really feel that with the way that Xplane 12's sceneries are already looking and the buildings look amazing, and then you add all these ground textures in, I don't really know how many more custom sceneries I'm going to be wanting to implement into my sim over the years, because for one price, I get to update all of my airports in this sim. And then here's just some screenshots. You can obviously go to the website and click through these and do these just like how I'm doing. But updated cars, updated tugs, you can see how the tugs look way different now. They just have, not only they're added in there, so there's more of them, but now they also have all that dirt, grime, grease marks, scratches, all the stuff that you love to see here at these airports. And again, we don't want airports that look like they're brand new, clean. We want airports that look like they're used, airports that look dirty, that they're just constantly being used every single day. And that is what this airport enhancement mod will do. It's also going to add in new buildings. So they'll put in different looking buildings. They'll make them look nice. You can actually see the detail here into the lobby of this building. Again, just really great attention to detail. You can see inside of the lobby here again. Of course, these buildings are going to be put not in every scenery, but they're going to be in some. And so you won't get a lot of repetitive buildings. And then this one here, you can see it's an old building of some kind, right? Maybe they're using some form of equipment storage in here, but you can see the rust on this building where you would not have that in the default scenery. All right, everyone, we are in my own sim. We are sitting here in LAX, and as I pan my camera from right to left, you can just take a look at all of the gates here and how much level of detail has been added into each gate, and the ground textures that we're looking at here are obviously just absolutely phenomenal. And anyone who's been using Xplane 12 default scenery knows that the ground textures have always needed some work. But with the X-Codr design scenery enhancement package, that problem has been solved. And again, like I said, this is not just for LAX. This is not just for a handful of airports. This is for every single airport in the sim that you're using default scenery. So I cannot say enough about what this add-on has brought to my sim. And as we take a closer look here at the touchdown zone on runway 24 left here at LAX, you can just see the level of detail that has been implemented by X-Codr design. Just real thick markings here from all of the planes touching down. You can see the taxiway markings off to our left and the turn on and turn offs onto the runway itself. And just overall, an impressive level of detail. All right, now to take a look at some screenshots from my own sim. You can see the taxi sign here where they have the detail written on the left-hand side. Obviously, the level of detail here that X-Codr design has implemented is very, very well done. You can see the reflection of the sign, just the overall shape of the sign has also changed. And again, they didn't have to go ahead and put all this like little writing on the left-hand side, but the fact that they did really adds a whole lot to the scenery enhancement package and really just shows you the little Easter eggs that you're going to find as you kind of pan around and look for things at these airports. All right, so this is a screenshot that I took after I landed into LAX in the 777 freighter. And you can just see this vehicle is just sitting right here next to the cargo bay that I'm parked at. And you can just see the level of detail. It just looks used, abused. This thing has been through a lot. And you can just really see the airport clutter that surrounds me here at the gate. All of these little like containers and everything are just all around me, and it's really cool to see. And it looks just like what you would expect a cargo bay to look like at a big airport like this, where there's planes constantly coming and going. Also take note at the yellow line as well. Just there's dirt on the yellow line. It's not this clean yellow, it's a dirty yellow, and it really adds a lot to the sim. And another screenshot of me at the gates. You can see right in front, they have a conveyor belt, Tug brand right in front there. And again, it is very well detailed, very well modeled. It does not move. They are static. However, just the visual of it is very well done. But then look underneath the plane and how dirty that it looks under there. Very well done yet again. There's a cone off to the left-hand side by the wingtip, and then over a little bit more as well to the left. Those are also part of it as well. In the forefront of the photo here, you can see cones, you can see a tug bar just kind of sitting there. Again, that is all implemented in by this scenery. So again, lots of airport clutter, and we all really love to see it. And then we've talked a lot about how the ground textures are so far improved with this airport enhancement scenery package. And again, this photograph really tells the story. So you can just see how dirty and grimy and oily and just everything you would imagine at an airport and how it should look like. That is what is being shown here. You can see all of the tire marks and just everything around it, the ground clutter. Really well done. And again, it just adds so much. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for today's review video. You can go ahead and click on the link down below. That is going to bring you to the X-Codr design website where you can make the purchase for your airport enhancement scenery package. Ladies and gentlemen, I think this is something that has completely transformed my sim. It has made every single default airport look like a third-party airport, and so yes, I absolutely recommend this scenery. Go ahead, pick it up, give it a try, leave a comment down below, click subscribe, let me know what you think, and we'll see you on the next one.